but I want you to hold me tight. Know the way I'm talking may be devoid of charm.
What's going on, everybody? How you doing out there? It's Ted E. Fame, former member of Tony Williams Platters. I'm here again today. From 1982 to 1992 until Tony died. I was the last second tenor in his group to perform with him on stage before he died. Until he died, 10 years until he died. So I'm here today, as you guys who've been following my channel and following the videos I've been posting, you see that I've been posting a lot of stories about my life as a member of the Platters, traveling around the world, and all the adventures and escapades, if you want, for a better word, that I happened or I encountered during those times. And I'm going to tell you, some great times. I had some great times, great memories. It's funny how we take time for granted. And when we're living in the moment, not thinking that it's only moments in time, and it's only going to happen once. And to enjoy those moments, or take in those moments and really appreciate those moments, because basically life is just full of moments. Life is basically just moments. And we remember certain moments, and we try to forget other moments. But they're all moments in time. We all have a story that's important to us, because we're living this life. So, excuse me, like I said, I've been posting a lot of stuff about my life in the Platters. So today I'm just going to come online today and just talk a little about myself and the presence, and what I'm about and what I'm doing and what's going on in my life in the present tense and not talking the past. So currently, as most of us are going through this corona pandemic, and we're all on lockdown. I'm out here in LA in my little studio here. Basically, I've been on lockdown since March. And here we are in December, going on 2021. It's funny because we take life for granted. We take things for granted. So I'm out here in LA doing acting and stuff of that nature right now, right? And because of the pandemic, all that stuff is on hold right now. It's shut down. And there's not really any work at the moment. And it's affecting a lot of people, some more than others. Here's a perfect time to mention something that's very important. It's very important to have multiple streams of revenue coming in, multiple ways of making money, basically, so that when one thing kind of slows down or dries up, you're making money doing something else. And this is something I learned being in this business. that kind of made me stand out from some of the other people in the same business, because most of the people I encounter in the entertainment business are one-dimensional, omnidimensional, meaning they have one skill, whether that's being a musician, a singer, an actor, a model, whatever, and making primary all their income from that one particular skill, not thinking that there would come a time where they couldn't make money off that skill anymore, or how abruptly that could end. Let's put it like that way. Not saying that they couldn't make money, but how abruptly that could end, and there's no money coming in. So for all the people who are in entertainment that's been on shutdown, especially recording artists, bands on the market, or not making money off of recordings, and who primarily were making money off of doing tours. That's not happening no more. There's no tours, so that's revenue. And if that was their primary source of making money, that revenue has been cut completely off. So, as I was saying, it's important to have different sources of streams of revenue coming in, and so it can get you through times like this. And it's just about being creative and learning how to market whatever value you have, or how to use that skill that you have to make money, or to have another stream of revenue coming in, so you can have multiple streams. And that's the lesson. Well, I've been learning that lesson. Put it this way: I've been learning that lesson for the past few years. Better late than never, right? But that lesson hasn't been put to obvious use test until this year, when that pandemic happened. And for all those people who are only making money doing one thing, it's like, wow. Incredible, right? So yeah. So right now, I'm not acting, not getting any calls, no work is coming in. So I have to continue making money, or I have to continue getting revenue coming in. Got to pay the bills and all that stuff. You still have to pay the bills, so you got to be creative. And I just want to say that we all have to think and strategize how to use our intellect and whatever skills we have, and let it make money for us. And you'll be surprised how much you can accomplish when you really set a goal and really, how can I say, really focus and be determined. You know, here's an idea, and I'll tell you the truth, it's something I'm doing too on the side as another source of revenue. Starting a YouTube channel. There's billions of people on this planet. All you have to connect with is a few thousand, and you can make a living, or not a living, let's say you can have another stream of revenue coming in from YouTube. But now that depends on how creative you are and what kind of content that you're creating that will interest somebody to come and view your videos or view your channel. I've been making these videos. So right now I'm doing live, and as you can see, so I would love to talk to anybody that has any questions that's concerning anything, because basically I'm just going to talk about myself until someone asks me specific questions. And I noticed when I post things about Tony Williams from the Platters, I get most of my let's see, I think we have, I don't know, sorry. Yeah, I just wanted to see, okay. Just wanted to see them, just seeing if we got anybody online. So I can see we got a couple of people who came in and checking it out. I just want to know, and if you want to know anything, I think I've spoken so much on those videos. I put out a series of videos. I don't know, I think I put about 8 or 9 videos out. Maybe 10. I think I put a video out about each year I was in the Platters, so that's probably got to be about 10 videos I must have put out talking about the Platters. And it's impossible for me to remember or think of everything that happened. So what usually happens is someone will probably ask me a question about a specific thing, and that might jar my memory to remember about that specific thing, and it probably can be more clear when I speak upon it. So if you got any questions, come on in, let's talk. I'm on live just for that. I really like to talk to people now. I've been making all these videos and just posting them, and it feels like a one-way conversation. Even right now, it kind of feels like a one-way conversation, but that's okay. That's okay. I love listening to myself talk. You know, it's funny I said that, because I will tell my brother or somebody else I know that all the time. Man, you just want to hear yourself talk. In actuality, it's true. Now, I even me, I enjoy hearing myself talk. That's probably another reason why I feel comfortable making these YouTube videos. I have a few musician friends who I suggested this to, who also are here in the business and was going through the same kind of thing with stuff being, work being slow to find. And I kind of suggested them to go on YouTube and just talk about themselves and all the things that happen in their years. Because one thing I do know, people are curious by nature. And if it's something about a subject or about a person or an event or a time or a place that's interesting, people want to hear about it. And of course they want to hear from the people that actually experienced it, been there, and done that. I used to get questions, not used to, still to this day. Once I mentioned that I was a member of Tony Williams Platters, I could see people like the spark, this light up. Really? You was a member of Tony Williams? You was, yeah. And how they ask me all kind of questions. Everybody's interested in this, that, and the other. And some of the questions they ask you be like, you really want to know about that? Really? So you'll be surprised some of the questions people ask you about those kind of things. So I find that kind of funny. You think the things that they would want to ask you about would probably be the most important things, but that's not the case. It's usually the stuff that you don't think that's so important is the stuff that they all ask you about. So really, you want to talk about that? I thought you want to talk about this. So I find it interesting. So I enjoy talking. So it doesn't. I don't mind. It doesn't mind. I don't mind. It doesn't bother me when people just want to talk about stuff that's off subject, off topic. At least right now it doesn't. So yeah. Like I said, I'm gonna be doing these live streams about twice a week, maybe Mondays and Wednesdays, maybe sometimes Tuesdays and Fridays, and just get comfortable going live, and hopefully getting some of you people to come on and leave comments. Right now, I don't have it set up where I can actually talk to you on phones, but I can read the comments if anything comes up. If you type in a question or leave a comment, I will read it live. So that's a good thing. So here we go. Type in a comment or a question. I will read it and I will respond to it on live time, in live time right now. I will read them and respond to them live. So this is a good time to ask me questions about my life, about the music business, about the Platters. Yeah, ask me anything. Yeah, it's okay. You can ask me anything. Once again, I'm only going to be on here for about 30 minutes. I'm not going to spend too much time, especially if I don't get anybody to come up and say hello or anything. Because like I said, I just feel like I'm talking to myself. And I'm trying to think of something interesting to talk about. You know. By the way, it's Monday, December 28th. Yeah, Monday, December 28th. Today is Monday, December 28th. It's what time is it? It's 5:31 Pacific Coast time. I'm out here in LA. So that would be 8 o'clock and 8:30 in New York time. And you guys overseas, I don't even know what time it is over there. Hopefully it's not too late or too early in the morning. But then again, I don't know. And if you can't respond now, maybe you can watch the video later and leave some comments. Actually, it's not raining that much right now. I'm looking out the window, looking at the sky. I live downtown LA, so I can actually see the skyline. And the reason I live downtown LA because I'm from New York. I'm from New York City. I'm from Harlem. So I'm used to seeing tall buildings and stuff. And believe it or not, when I look out the window, because I see all the tall buildings, it kind of makes me feel like I'm in New York. So it gives me that kind of feeling that of home, without all that cold. Without all that cold, I mean, whew, I don't miss that. If I never see cold again, it'll be too soon. And snow, all that shit they're going through now, that's why I left New York. I left New York in 07. And here it is. I left LA. I left New York and came to LA in 07. I haven't been back to New York since 07. I've been here in LA all this time. Man, this weather is like the tropics. This is the close to be, I would say, Southern California, Los Angeles and San Diego, and Florida, Miami, Florida. Miami Beach, Florida are probably the only 3 locations in the United States that you can have a close feeling of what it feels like to be in the tropics year round, because it doesn't get freezing cold in here like it does in northern cities. As a matter of fact, these houses here, none of them have central heating. So that tells you something right there. And you know, all the houses and apartment buildings in New York and in the East Coast have central heating. That's primary. But that's not mandatory out here because it doesn't get that cold. It doesn't get below freezing out here. And if it happens to hit that, it only hits for a few hours or something. And then it warms back up. I think today, the highest today was, I think, because it was raining all day, about 67 degrees. But yesterday it was 82. Okay? So that's how drastic the weather can change out here in California. It's funny. Yeah. But I love it here. After, I'm thinking, I have one more trip. Not trip. I got one more migration to make in terms of where I'm going to end up living. So I was born and raised in New York. In my pre-teens and early teens, I lived down in Sumter, South Carolina with my grandmother. And then in my teens, moved back to New York. And then from my teens to my 30s, from my teens to 30, I was back in New York. Okay? And then from my 30s to my 40s, I was living in Japan. Now, from my early 20s to my early 30s was my times in the Platters, so I was on tour traveling all over the world, so I was going everywhere, but not living, but, traveling. So right now I'm just talking about the place I'm living for multiple years. So Japan, 10 years, from 1990 to 2000. And overseas Japan. So then back in New York from 2000 to 2007, back in New York. And now from 2007 to here we are, 2020, about to be 2021, I've been here in LA, living in LA. I got one more stop. Hopefully, I'll make it. And that's going to be my final resting place. Yeah, that's where I'm going to, put the stakes in the ground and settle down there. And yeah, that's going to be Africa. I'm going to move within the next I'm going to Africa next year for a visit. Now, Africa is a continent, not a country, and it has 54 countries. So I know I'm going to start off in the Gambia because it's the closest in terms of familiarity to American as any other country. You can drive your car on the right-hand side like we do in America. They all speak English, besides their local language. So, but that doesn't mean I'm going to stay in the Gambia. Because I plan on, for the remainder of whatever time I have here, in this existence of just traveling all over the continent of Africa, seeing all the different countries. I'm going to be like a nomad when I get to Africa. I'm not going to really call one place permanently home. I'm going to have maybe a place that I'll probably spend most of my time, but not all of my time. I do intend on going to a lot of different places. Okay, so what time is it? Okay, it's been like 25, 26 minutes. So we're gonna be wrapping up soon. So like I said, I'm gonna be doing this, coming on periodically, twice a week. I'll put in notifications and let you know when I'm about to go live, so give you guys a chance. And I'd love to talk to you guys. I'd love for you guys to come out and let's chat, man. You know, send me some comments, and I'll answer them here live on this live stream. Thank you guys for watching the videos. I see the video you guys like. Y'all ain't funny. Y'all like that controversy stuff. I see that because the video's getting the most likes and the most watch and the most comments. It's the one about Tony and what happened to his voice. Yeah. I mean, I can go into more detail. So if anybody have any specific questions, I lost my mic. So anybody have any specific questions they want to ask me about that maybe I didn't answer for them in the video, yeah, ask me on these live, and I'll answer. Come on live when I come live. If you don't make it this time, catch me another time. You know what? I'm gonna type something, so at least I feel like I was live today. At least I feel like, you know, did a little something. At least I made a comment. Oh, there you go. Sir Philip, I finally got somebody asked me a question. See, and I was about to leave, man. You lucky that I say that. So like I said, I'm going to answer. Anybody ask me a question, you hear anything with me, I'm going to answer. I'm a little vain. That's why I take the glasses off. I should leave them on, so leave them on. What do I like about Africa? Well, to tell you the truth, Sir Philip, that's one of the places that I haven't been. You know, and it's funny because being a member of the Platters, we travel all over the world. I've been everywhere. Everywhere. I've been to places I didn't even know existed. But never been to Africa. And I just want to go. And I like the tropic weathers. And I like that kind of weather, and you know, I'm African American, so I want to learn about my ancestry and who are my peoples, and stuff like that, you know. And for those who don't know about the Gambia, probably the main reason I chose the Gambia is because of the movie Roots. And if you familiar with the movie Roots, where was Kunta Kinte from? Kunta Kinte, the main character in Roots, where was he taken from? The Gambia. As a matter of fact, they have a place called Kunta Kinte Island. The actual place where, after they captured him, they had him held on until he was transported to America. That's where they kept all the captured natives before they enslaved them. So I want to go visit that. And I ain't gonna lie, I'm an entrepreneur, and I can tell that Africa is the new frontier for all people who want to get into entrepreneurship, who wants to start their own business and stuff like that. You know, it's like the early Americas. If you were one of the few lucky ones who grew up in America in like the 1800s, where it was still wide open, but they didn't have all these restrictive laws and all these repressive things happening for some folks. Well, that's what Africa is now for some other folks, meaning myself. So, yeah, Sir Philippi, I hope that answers your question. That's why I want to go to Africa. And I got a lot of friends, I know a lot of people who've gone over there, or who are over there to this day. They're there now and telling me about all the possibilities and opportunities there are over there in Africa. So that's another reason why I want to go to Africa. Yeah, so hope I answered that question. But thank you for the question anyway. By the way, have you been enjoying my series on the platters? And do you have a particular episode that I created that you like more than the others that maybe you want me to speak upon? I'll be happy to do that. All right. Okay, so I guess we just got one guy today, which is good. That's how it starts. One at a time. Starts one at a time. So I'm going to be back on, what's today? Monday. I'll be back on Wednesday. I'm going to come back on Wednesday. I'm going to come back on around this time. In late afternoons, on the West Coast time, I'll be coming back in. I'll come in again. So until the next time, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, Ted E. Fame, former member of Tony Williams Platters. So I hope you enjoyed this time together, this short time together. And I promise you, there'll be a lot more to come. Okay? So until then, have a nice remaining of your day. And I hope everybody's success and happiness. Bye-bye.